Tonight at 5, a fair price. Millions of Americans say when stuff breaks, the rules are tilted toward big companies. Now they're counting on the president to rewrite the rule book.
Once you own something, you should be able to fix it and diagnose it and repair it how you see fit.
Denver7 is taking an in-depth look at the right to repair. Plus, we'll take you inside the city of Denver's latest affordable housing development.
We are short about 11 million places for people to live.
Why some longtime Coloradans say the new homes will not move the needle.
And Tay Anderson announces his return at the Denver School Board, even though a district investigation of assault claims is not complete.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for Denver7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. I think anybody who's broken a phone, at least the phone screen, understands the hassle that you go through. You're usually left with two options: take it to an approved dealer or take it to an independent repair shop and risk voiding the warranty.
Or you could take the third route and just buy a new one. Well, the U.S. throws out almost 500,000 cell phones every day. That's according to a 2014 analysis, and most could be fixed. Environmental activists say it creates unnecessary waste.
Consumer groups say the setup benefits the phone companies, especially Apple. Similar arrangements benefit manufacturers of medical equipment, tractors and dishwashers and refrigerators.
And the president is trying to level the playing field for small businesses. Last week, he signed 42 competitive balance executive orders. One addressed airline fees, one addressed internet prices, and a couple addressed our right to repair phones, farm equipment, and other technology when it breaks down.
It'll take time before those orders are implemented. Now, for phone owners, it could mean a few $100. For farmers, it's thousands, if not more.
And they believe the new rules could be a game changer. Denver7's Megan Lopez brings us an in-depth report tonight.
On a farm off of I-76 in Roggins, these next few days are critical. It's harvest time.
Harvest mainly wheat through the summertime.
And with a storm rolling in, every minute counts.
One storm come through and wipe out your entire year's production.
The equipment on this farm is worth more than many people's houses.
Cost of machinery, we're probably, 450, 1,000.
And when it breaks down, repairs on things like software can be expensive because they have to be done by the dealer.
A third party don't have some of the computer, the technology to do what we need to do.
The only way to know which one is bad is to plug into their computer to do the diagnosis.
Chad Frankie runs a much smaller farm next door.
This tractor I'm standing in front of is actually from the early 70s.
In at least one way, though, he's lucky. The equipment he uses is old enough that he can and has repaired it on his own.
The starter that's on it actually is not for this tractor.
Self-repair can be cheaper and quicker, but companies have been fighting it for a long time. This month, President Biden signed a series of executive orders to help with right to repair. One directs the Federal Trade Commission to come up with rules to bar manufacturers from restricting DIY repairs. Farmers like Frankie have been advocating for this for a long time and hope it will help their industry.
Once you own something, you should be able to fix it and diagnose it and repair it how you see fit.
Others, like his neighbor Larry Schrader, are a little more reluctant.
There's going to have to be more the technology, on the private side to be able to. They'll have to step up and get into, some of that software.
This equipment, after all, is worth a lot.
I got to have it correct. It has to perform for me.
In a statement, John Deere says it does allow and help farmers fix a lot of their own equipment, but it, quote, does not support the right to modify embedded software due to the risks associated with the safe operation of equipment, emissions compliance, and engine performance. For now, it's up to the FTC to figure out how to rewrite the rules. In Roggins, Megan Lopez, Denver7.
And the Federal Trade Commission is expected to address right to repair at a meeting next week. And the clock is ticking on several of the other president's executive orders, including one about over-the-counter hearing aids. Hearing loss impacts 48 million people in the U.S. A Denver7 analysis found the average pair of hearing aids will cost you at least $2,000. Some cost as much as $8,000. And private insurance does not always help. Colorado requires companies to cover hearing aids for kids until they are age 18. And then after that, well, it's a free-for-all. Most companies do not cover hearing aids, leaving the patient on the hook.
The price is going to come down from, in some cases, several $1,000s to a few $100s. So this is going to be real money back in the pockets of folks who need to use hearing aids.
The president's order comes in two parts. Within 45 days, he is asking the Department of Health and Human Services for a report on price gouging. And within 120 days, he wants a plan that allows stores to offer hearing aids over the counter.
A rare power outage at DIA delayed more than 500 flights this afternoon. In fact, 45 were canceled.
And DIA reported the outage at about 2:30, and the FAA issued a ground stop soon after, meaning flights could land at the airport but could not take off. That was lifted 90 minutes later. No word on the cause of the outage, and airport officials tell us they don't think the power issue was on airport property, so we are waiting on a response now from XL Energy.
Denver Public School Board member Tay Anderson announced today he'll return to board duties immediately. In fact, this is a live look. He's holding a press conference right now to talk about it, and that's streaming if you want to watch that right now on the Denver7 Facebook page. Anderson said in an open letter that, quote, no credible evidence has emerged to support any allegation of sexual misconduct. It also criticized the length of this investigation. The board is looking into an allegation of assault by an anonymous woman. Her story first reported by Black Lives Matter 5280. A spokesperson for the school district told us this afternoon it spent $50,000 on the investigation. It expects to spend more. And, quote, we believed a young black man deserved due process and a fair evaluation of anonymous allegations that were made on social media. The statement says we hired independent, neutral, and trained investigators. It's not our role to tell them to shut down their investigation early.
Denver Mayor Michael Hancock joined the president and about a dozen other mayors and governors from across the U.S. today. They were discussing the president's new $1.2 trillion infrastructure proposal. And I asked the mayor this afternoon what Denver could do with a piece of that money. Well, he said we could deal specifically with infrastructure issues right here in Colorado, transportation, housing, a lot of those issues that are top of mind, I know, for all of you.
Well, the mayor's absence today in Denver didn't stop the unveiling of a new affordable housing complex in Denver's Central Park today.
And while there is general excitement among new homeowners, there's also lingering criticism of the way the mayor has handled Denver's affordability crisis. Denver7's Russell Haythorne reports.
In about a week,
it's an awesome day.
Zach Gibson will take ownership of his new condo unit here.
A year and a half ago, I didn't see any way to move back to Denver.
He and his wife are moving from Florida back to Colorado to be closer to grandchildren.
We were looking at renting. That was the only way. Then I came across the Central Park Urban Living, and it's one of the smartest things I've done.
132 affordable housing units in Denver's Central Park neighborhood, giving those making below 80% of median income a chance at home ownership.
100% sold. Just demonstrates the need that we have and the continued need we have for housing at all levels.
To people like flight attendants or 911 operators.
1 to 2 bedroom units ranging from $139,000 to $169,000. And while this is a step in the right direction, it is not nearly enough.
Well, let me make the situation even more dire for you. Across the country, we need millions. We are short about 11 million places for people to live.
Locally, many agencies have been critical of the mayor and city leadership for lacking a long-term vision to address Denver's growing affordability crisis and the explosion of homelessness.
I don't know that there's any changing the mayor because I think he is bought. We've put a man on the moon, we have cloned animals, but somehow we are entirely daunted by housing our own population.
The mayor was a no-show at the event today, his office saying he was called to the White House for an emergency meeting with the president on infrastructure. But Deputy Mayor Murphy Robinson did address some of those concerns.
Is the mayor taking it all seriously? Some have said no.
Yeah, I think, it's one thing to talk, it's another thing to show. And this is an example of us showing, us putting our money where our mouth is. Living on the street is never okay.
In Gibson's case, the dream is not only a reality, it's better than he expected.
I used to have this notion about what affordable housing was, and they're top-notch appliances. I'm a believer in affordable housing now.
Russell Haythorne, Denver7.
Denver7 first told you last week about the 1,800 Colorado businesses that received money through the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. Well, tonight we are taking a closer look at the restaurants that got a piece of the action.
So many of these names are be familiar to Denver foodies. Avanti Food and Beverage, Denver Milk Market, a pair of Denver food halls each receive more than $1.5 million in funding. Inc. Coffee received $2 million. Dasbog Coffee, another $1.5 million.
And while this was the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, restaurants were not the only ones to benefit. 2 mini golf establishments received funding. One of those, Urban Putt in Denver, got close to $2 million. About 1 in 3 businesses that applied for money got it. And the Colorado Restaurant Association is now pushing Congress for more money to help more restaurants get help.
We have a very active radar. I'll let you know how much more rain to expect.
Plus, we're tracking one of the busiest fire seasons in recorded history, why one fire could cut power to millions on the West Coast.
And an Olympic tradition is erased by COVID. We'll explain the changes on the medal stand.